Welcome, everyone, to Christmasful. So glad you could join us today, which it is December 14th. It's Monday. Everybody, I'm Sunny the Elf. Thanks for being with us. And look who's joining me. It's Santa Claus.
Ho, how are you all?
Hi, Santa. Well, Santa, I think this is going to be a good show today. We've got a lot of fun stuff planned. And I want to remind everybody out there that we are doing this show, Christmasful. It's a live show all about Christmas, the North Pole, elves, Santa, everything you could want in December. And we're doing this show on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And the reason Santa and I are doing this show, this is the first year we've done this, but we thought it was so important to connect with the boys and girls down below the Arctic Circle this year, because we know things look a little different, right, Santa? And we want to be there to help the kids and just to make this season a little bit brighter.
Oh, yes, of course. Things look so gloomy down there. I mean, I was watching the news the other day, and I understand that they're starting to get vaccines for that COVID.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. And, but everything else seems so gloomy. Everybody, they talk about dying. And I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about good things, having some fun, enjoying Christmas. Christmas time is a time for love, joy, and hope.
Mm-hmm. In fact, that's how we came up with the name Christmasful. It's similar to like faithful and hopeful and joyful. And we want you guys to have a ton of Christmas, be full of Christmas during this time. And so that's why our show is called Christmasful. Well, let me tell you guys how you can make sure you never miss an episode of Christmasful. And so if you look here up on the screen, we have a little screenshot of our Facebook page as well as our YouTube page. So if you happen to be watching us on Facebook, you can click those little reminder buttons, and we do create a new event every time we go live. So you can click those little reminder buttons, and then anytime we're live, you will be notified. And then also on YouTube, if you happen to miss an episode of Christmasful, then if you are subscribed, then you'll be notified when a new video is available. So be sure to check those out. And we also want to remind you, if you can't get enough of Christmasful and you're like, wow, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturday, it's just not enough. I want to be completely full of the Christmas spirit. Then we have our podcast, and we have new episodes released every day. We started November 15th, and we're going all the way up through Christmas Day. And our podcast is called Millennial Santa. Santa, do you want to tell us a little bit more about it?
Oh, yeah, these podcasts are really fun. We started about 3 years ago when a young lad, Urbie, got a hold of us up here at the North Pole. And we didn't think we would have direct contact with those children below the Arctic Circle or North Pole. And we were surprised, and he asked us a question. And Sonny and I got a great idea. It was actually Sonny's idea that says, well, maybe we can do a show and go ahead and answer these questions, Santa. And I says, yeah, it would be fun. Yeah. And we've been doing it for the last 3 years or so. So if you really want to binge watch, I think you can actually go back and watch the old shows or listen to the old podcasts. Mm-hmm. And I know we have well over 100 of them, probably about 120 if I'm thinking right.
Right.
But we have a whole lot of them out there. So you could actually binge listen to Santa.
That's
right. And there's some very interesting shows.
Yeah, we get asked a lot of interesting questions. Some of those, boys and girls, you may have heard on Christmasful, because we do have a segment called Santa Mail where we share some of that. But yeah, Millennial Santa is a really fun podcast. Each episode features a different question from a boy or girl, and the episodes are nice and short, so it doesn't take a long time to listen to them. But you can subscribe if you want to never miss one of those episodes. Subscribe either on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And you can also still submit questions. So if you have a question for Santa and you miss Christmasful, you can always go to our website at christmasful.com and you can go to the podcast section and you can actually record your voice asking a question to Santa Claus, and then we can use that on the show. So that's our podcast, Millennial Santa. Be sure to check that out. New episodes released daily. All right, Santa, it's time for our Christmas countdown. We're now at 10 days.
Tick tock, tick tock.
10 days?
Wow.
Yeah, so 10 days till Christmas. Yesterday, we had an episode yesterday, which was unusual.
Yeah.
We don't usually go live on Sundays, but we had an episode yesterday, and I mentioned everyone yesterday that it was 11 days to Christmas. I said, 11 is my favorite number, Santa. And what did you say? You said, my favorite number is
10.
10, which is today.
10. Yes.
Yeah. So what's going on at the North Pole, Santa?
Well, for one thing, it's unusually dark up here right now. You know, the winter solstice comes around the 21st, and that's the longest. Is it the longest or the shortest day? It's actually, for me, it's the longest day of darkness because we don't have any sun up here. And I know people down below the Arctic Circle, it's sometimes way below, it's the longest day of light. But to me, it's the longest day of darkness up here. So, you know, we're up there working in the dark, walking in the dark. Got to be careful because there is a lot of ice on the ground and stuff. But I was thinking about that today as I was walking over to the studio. And it's dark outside. So, yeah.
You need to bring Rudolph with you so his nose can kind of light the way.
Guide myself. I might do that. That might be something. Of course, Rudolph's liking it because he's got a nice warm place and a nice warm stall getting ready for Christmas. And the elves take really, really good care of him. Yeah. He gets brushed down about 3 times a day.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, if I could get Mrs. Claus to brush my hair down 3 times a day, that might be kind of nice.
Beard.
But, my beard, brush my beard.
Well, maybe that's for after Christmas. Maybe Mrs. Claus will pamper you after you make all the stops to the boys and girls' homes. maybe that's...
Yeah, you go ahead and drop her a hint, okay?
I will. And you're welcome for that.
Thank you.
All right, boys and girls, let's tell you a little bit of what's coming up on today's show of Christmasful. We have a segment called Acts of Kindness. Now, this is super important to both Santa and I, and that is, we realize, boys and girls, you know, you probably don't have a lot of money to buy people presents and things, but doing nice things for people, that's something that you can do. You don't have to have any money to do something nice for someone. And so this is a special segment Santa and I created to remind you of some of the cool things that you can do to help put a smile on someone's face. So we're going to give you a few ideas of things you can do that are kind and gentle and just brighten someone's day. And then we have our friend Zayden is joining us. We're going to do a meet and greet with Zayden, and he's going to be able to answer or ask Santa any question, and then Santa will do the answering.
I think that's the way it works.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. Although, I don't know, sometimes they do ask, or you do ask them questions, right, Santa?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Just to see how they're doing.
So that's our meet and greet. And then 2 more segments. We have Christmas crafts. So boys and girls, today's craft lights up. So that's your tip. That's your tip. You have to stick around, watch the entire show to learn more, but that's our Christmas craft. And then Urbie the Elf is joining us today for story time. He's sharing one of his favorite reindeer stories. And yeah, Urbie's just a big fan of reindeers. I don't know if you realize that, Santa, but he has that little reindeer he carries around with him. He loves it.
I do.
Yeah, any story having to do with reindeers.
One of these days, he may work him out himself up to one of the reindeer keepers.
Oh, I bet he'd like that.
That work on the reindeer. So
that's right. Yeah, no.
He will like that. I know he will.
All right. Well, he's going to join us at the end of today's show to do a little story with us. But let's kick things off with some acts of kindness.
Be kind, be fair, and share. This is how you show you care.
All right. Well, like I said, we love to share different ways, boys and girls, you can do nice things for people. You don't have to have any money for this, but just a little bit can go a long way. We've talked about just giving a smile to someone as you're walking down the street can totally make someone's day. So we've got 3 different ideas for you. Let's go ahead and pull up the first one. I like this one, Santa. Have a complain-free day.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Now, can you explain that a little bit to me?
Well, throughout the day, things may happen that you get, kind of frustrated, right? And you start to complain. And I think when we complain, although it may be justified, meaning, you may have good reason to complain, it impacts other people, right? It kind of has
it
this
does.
negative snowball effect. We call that the snowball effect, that if you do something, then it kind of encourages someone else to do something else. And before you know, you got this big old snowball. And we know a lot about snowballs here in the North Pole. So the idea is maybe think of another way to handle your frustration or whatever you're going through. Maybe don't complain about it, right? Maybe there's a way, you can take some deep breaths. Maybe that's something I like to do sometimes if I get really frustrated. Maybe I need a little bit of alone time to myself just to kind of, think things through, take some deep breaths, just kind of let it out a little bit and then come back to the situation. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you could handle things a little bit differently that way.
Oh, well, yeah, I know. I got an instant too. I had a young child get really upset with me that I didn't bring him a horse. And I says, okay, did you really think that I could bring you a horse in my sleigh? He goes, yeah, I asked you for a horse. I says, I'm a toy maker. And he says, but I asked you for a horse. And I says, well, either I didn't think you needed a horse, or your parents didn't think you needed a horse, or I felt that you could not care for the horse. And he stopped and he goes, well, yeah, I live in an apartment. And I says, and where would you keep the horse? And so he kind of settled down. But that was one complaint that I got. I mean, I get complaints all the time, but that's one that sticks in my mind. And and he had to stop and think about it, and then he wasn't so upset about it anymore.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I think sometimes we kind of rush to, just whatever comes to mind, a lot of the times that is complaining. And if that happens to you, boys and girls, it's okay. We're just giving you some alternatives of other things you can do. So that's our first act of kindness. And trust me, mom and dad are going to love it if you complain less. So have a complain-free day. Try to just do one day at a time. See if you can go the whole day without complaining. Okay, here's our second idea for you.
Smile a lot.
Smile a lot. We've talked about smiling, but this one's a little different. This one is teach someone something new. So there might be something
I
you
can
know
see
how
that.
to do, right?
Yeah.
Something you know how to do. And maybe you could teach your brother or sister something. If you're a little bit older in school, you may understand something that maybe they don't understand yet. So maybe there's an opportunity to teach them something. What do you think, Santa?
Oh, good ones. Yeah, that's a very good one. Because in most cases, fathers and mothers teach their children different things. In other words, a mother may teach her daughter or her son how to cook. And in some cases, dad will teach the son or the daughter how to use tools.
Right.
And then you can turn that around, and actually the son or the daughter can teach their brothers or sisters the same thing.
Right.
And, and it's things like that, or good habits. It may be that the older son or daughter, sister, can teach their younger ones good habits, about giving and loving and patience. Patience is a big one with little ones. I understand that.
Yeah, For sure. All right. Our last idea for you boys and girls is tell a joke. We love jokes here at the North Pole, right, Santa?
That's right. I wish I would have had Mrs. Claus on here because Mrs. Claus is our official jokester. But I have some of her jokes. And I thought I might share a couple with you.
Well,
you know, and sometimes now Mrs. Claus tell a joke and she gets everybody laughing. For some reason, every time I tell a joke, everybody kind of looks at me cross-eyed and like, okay, Santa, but I'm going to go off of my first one here. And then I'll let you have one, Sonny.
Okay, because Santa, I have a
how
whole
much
book.
did Santa's...
I think there's a delay.
Right?
There's a delay between us, Santa.
You got a book. You got a book
of
jokes.
Yeah.
A book of jokes.
Okay, you go first.
All right. Well, I may lose this. How much did Santa's sleigh cost?
I don't know.
It was on the house.
Like physically, like your sleigh was on the house. I get it. Okay.
You got it. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All
okay.
right. I got
you
one.
go ahead and give me one.
Okay. Why was the elf so shy? She had low elf esteem.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, right?
All right, my turn.
Right.
I will. That was good. You come up with some good ones. What's Santa's favorite type of music?
Favorite type of music? I don't know.
It's rap. You know, like wrapping presents. Rap.
Wicka,
rap.
Wiki.
Dum, dum. Yeah, whatever. I can't do it. I like rap.
I can't either.
There you go.
All right. My turn. What did the policeman say to the robber snowman? Freeze. Freeze. But he's already frozen.
All right. I got it. I got it. All right. Here's one. What kind of motorcycle does Santa ride? He rides a Harley Davidson.
A Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson.
I get it. All right.
All
right. Let's see here.
You know, why do I have to explain my jokes? You know.
Don't. I got it. Okay. I think I had one more. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. Who delivers presents to the beach? This is for everyone that lives in like a really nice fair weather climate area. Sandy Claus. Get it? Sand at the beach? Sand. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sand. Would they live at the beach? Yeah, we got a time delay.
I know.
That's what the problem is. We need to work on our radio signal.
I know. Our internet here at the North Pole.
Is that what this is?
That's what this is. Believe it or not, it's crazy.
Well, yeah, but we're not that far. We're not that far apart.
I know.
We're not that far apart. I mean, I could walk over there.
I know.
All right. Here's what do you call Santa's little helpers?
Santa's little helper. I don't know.
Come on.
Besides elves, I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my mind, but that's not funny.
I know. That's it. Well, that is. But anyway, subordinate clauses.
Oh, the boys and girls are not going to understand that one. No, that's for the parents. That one's for the parents. All right. Well, that was fun. I think.
See, I guess I know. I should have had Mrs. Claus on here. I know it now.
Well.
All right. But yes, you know that telling jokes is good. It makes people laugh. Sonny and I are sitting here laughing, and you know you could tell jokes to your mother and your dad. You know, I just wouldn't tell jokes if you're in handcuffs to a policeman, but that's okay. You know.
Well, that was if you were a snowman. That was my joke. If you were a snowman, you'd freeze.
Oh, it's
Oh,
snowman. Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
snowman freeze. Okay.
Freeze.
Well,
Yeah. I
we
got it. I
have
got it. I got it.
we have a friend joining us, Santa. I don't want to keep him waiting. It is time for our meet and greet.
Got a question? Take a seat. Santa's here to meet and greet.
All right, let's bring Zayden on. Hi, Zayden.
Hi.
So
Hi,
good to
Zayden.
see you.
Hi.
So where are you from, Zayden?
Washington State.
Washington State. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, Zayden, I'll let you
It
talk
must
to
be. It's
Santa.
cold up there right now, isn't it?
Very cold.
So, hi, Zayden. It must be
Hi.
cold right now. Hi.
Hi.
So, do you have any questions for me today?
What's your favorite candy?
Oh, Mrs. Claus's candy canes, peppermint candy canes. That's my favorite.
Oh, I like the mint
I really
candy
do like
canes.
Mrs. Claus's peppermint candy, and then I think my next one would be peppermint bark. I do like peppermint bark.
What? I like the mint ones though.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What?
I like the mint ones.
The mint ones, those are good. Yes, I do enjoy those, but those aren't quite my favorite, but I like them. I do. Great. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well.
Are you going to school?
I'm doing homeschool.
Homeschool? Okay. That's very good. It's not as fun as real school where you get to play with your friends and things, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
But are you working hard? Maybe
I'm
next year. Are you working hard
yeah.
at your homeschool?
Yeah.
Good, good. That is real good. I'm glad to hear that. Do you have your Christmas tree up yet?
Yes.
Did you help decorate it?
Yes. But then my brother.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Then my brother just took it all off. He's just one.
He's one and he could take it all off?
Yeah, then we have to redo the
Oh my
thing, and keep on doing it.
Maybe you ought to put a fence around the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be. Yeah, kids, little ones can be like that. Now, you're always going to be his little brother, aren't you? You're going to be the big brother. What am I saying here? Yeah, you're always going to be his big brother. So it's going to be your responsibility to teach him things.
Yeah.
You know that? So, yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for big brothers because they do such a great job out there. You know that? So, have you thought about what kind of gifts you're going to get your mother and father?
Yeah, I gave my mom one of her early Christmas gifts, but I got one other one.
Oh, good, good. Do you make them yourself?
Yeah.
That's good. Those are the most important kind. They really are because they come from the heart, and that's really good. So,
and I got
did
my
you have any other
Crayon.
questions? Yeah, that's good too. It is. Did you have any other questions for me?
Let me think.
Yeah. Mrs. Claus is in the kitchen today. She's making those favorite candy canes.
Yeah. Maybe
Yes.
you can put one
What's
of my
your mother?
stockings.
Maybe I can. That sounds like an excellent idea. I'll bring one down for you. What's your mother doing today? Probably taking care of your little brother, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. All righty. Very good. All right. So is it cold up there in Washington?
Oh yes, it is very cold.
Is it cold? Is it snowing yet?
Almost. Yeah, just rain.
Almost. Yeah. I was this rain. I was watching our weather report up here, and we had some heavy winds, and they were expecting some of those heavy winds to come across and down through Alaska, and then down through Canada and into the United States. So there's going to be some snow coming down through Washington, that area.
Wow,
So
that's
we don't get much
crazy.
snow up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, up here we get a lot of wind. We get a lot of wind. It snows, but we get a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good talking to you. I enjoyed. Do you have anything else you wanted to ask me?
Um, how is how does your reindeer just fly and stuff? Like how does
How
it
do they
hold it?
fly? Well, the reindeer they're a special breed of reindeer, and we feed them special foods in the wintertime. Like right now, they're eating reindeer moss, and they eat lichen. They call it lichen. It's the stuff that grows. And because of the aurora borealis, the northern lights, that is magical food up here. And when the reindeer eat that food, then that allows them to fly. But it only grows up here in the wintertime. And that's the thing. It's this, it's the reindeer moss I call it the aurora borealis lichen. And it's like yellowish, but it's magical, and it really makes the reindeer fly. Yeah, the
Wow,
elves go out and get a lot of it, and they scrape it off the ground, and they get it, and they bring it into the reindeer, and they like it because it's sweet, and they got a sweet tooth, and it also gives them that energy to fly.
Wow. Does Sonny the elf do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the elves do just about everything up here. Yeah, they get it. The elves take care of the reindeer. Each reindeer has his own elf that takes care of them.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun up here, I tell you.
It is a lot of fun up here. You would have a lot of fun up here, Zayden, for sure. Well, let's go ahead, and I always like Zayden to take a picture of all of us. So everybody look at the camera and let's smile, and then I'll send this out. Are you ready?
Wait, what? Look at the camera.
Yeah, look right at the camera. Smile. All right, good job. We could hear your little brother in the background. He's so cute.
Yeah.
Well, Zayden, thank you so much for being with us today. Hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And I enjoyed talking to you, Zayden, and listening to your brother.
Me too.
Bye, Zayden.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all.
All right. Gotta love little brothers, right?
Yeah. Can't control them. Shut them up.
In a good way.
Wow, we got a lot of people out there on the sidebar. Did you notice that? We got a lot of people that wrote in today on the sidebar.
Oh, did we? Did we? Oh, I haven't seen that. All right. Well, let's take a look at.
Yeah.
I
I was just kind of looking at it,
Okay. Okay. Well, while you're doing that,
I got a Bill Gaston.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me
What?
see what we have. Oh, I think they were commenting about our jokes. Let's see here. Oh, Bill.
Oh, is that what it was?
Anna! Yeah, I think they were commenting on our jokes. Let's see here. Oh, and then we
I
have
hope it
one
was good
from
comments.
Amber. Hi, Santa. Good to see you. Yeah, you guys can post your comments anytime you'd like, and we'll go ahead and bring them on as soon as we see them on the show. And let's see what else we got. Deborah said, how cute. I'm thinking she's talking about the jokes, or maybe she's talking about our guest. I don't know. Our guest was pretty cute too.
Or maybe she's talking about me.
Oh, well, maybe she is. That's possible. All right. You know what else is cute? Our Christmas craft. You like that segue I just did? Our
Oh, yes,
Christmas
yes.
craft
Crap.
is super, super cute. So let's go ahead and get ready for our Christmas craft segment. Here we go.
Grab the glue and ribbon too. Here's a Christmas craft for you.
Okay, so you guys know how this works. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the craft, and then we have some crafty elves that were very busy putting these together, and I'm going to show you a video of what it's like to actually put the craft together in real time, okay? So, Santa, our craft today is all about snowmen, and I don't know if you remember, but earlier in the show, I said this is a special craft because it lights up. It lights up. That is your
Yes,
little
I remember
teaser.
that.
Yes. Okay. Well, suspense is over, right? Because I'm going to show you what it looks like. Here we go. Snowman tea lights. So if you guys know what those little tea lights are, they look like candles. They're not real candles. They're like battery operated, but those are little tea lights. And you can make some really fun things with them. So look how cute these are. You can hang them from, anything you really want. Of course, your Christmas tree. You could hang them around your home if you had some garland up or a wreath, perhaps. And so that's what we're going to make today. Aren't they super cute, Santa?
Cool. Those are nice. That's a nice
Yeah.
idea, too.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and tell everyone what items are needed if you guys want to put this together. Well, you have to have the tea lights, of course, right? You need to have some ribbon. It does not have to be Christmas colored, although I really do like the red and green, especially if it's sparkly because I like sparkly things. But you need some black and red construction paper. You don't need a lot, just a little bit, like a half sheet would probably be fine. And you can also have pipe cleaners and those fuzzy pom-poms. You know what I mean? They're like the fuzzy balls, pom-poms that you can use to make crafts out of. And you need a Sharpie because that's how we're going to make the eyes and your mouth. And then you either need like the glue that you would use at school, or if you have your mom and dad or a guardian with you, then you can use the hot, like a hot glue gun. Then you can use that as well. That is a lot easier if you use the hot glue gun because it stays really nicely and you don't have to like hold everything in place. But this is what it looks like. So let's go through the steps. We've got 3 steps to put this together. So here's the first step. Using your Sharpie and your little tea light there, you see how she's doing this, our little elf is doing this. You're going to draw eyes onto the tea light, and then beneath it, you're going to do a smile as well. So you can do like a dotted smile or a full smile, whatever you want, but you can just do that with a Sharpie. And then step 2 is, and actually you can do these steps a little out of order. You can do this step 2, you can do that before you do the face on the tea light. But step 2 is to, with some construction paper, you need some red and black construction paper. You're going to make a hat for your snowman. We're going to show you how to do that in just a little bit. Or the other option, if you don't want a top hat, you guys know what a top hat is? It's like a really tall black hat. If you don't want to use a top hat, you can use pipe cleaner and those little fuzzy pom-poms to make earmuffs. So we're going to show you, I think in today's video, we're going to show you how to do the top hat, but we do show you some examples of what the end product looks like if you want to do the earmuffs. Okay. And then the final step is to put all this together, right? So once you got your little top hat on, look how cute he is. He's got like his nose, is all lit up. And then you can do like a little scarf. That's the sparkly part, right? Under his face, he's got his little scarf on. And then you can put some ribbon behind it. And that's how you hang it on the tree. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. Are you ready, Santa?
I am ready.
Okay, here we go. There you go, our snowman tea lights. What do you
Those
think?
are cute. They're
I
very
just like
cute.
that
I
they-
thought it was fun watching that video.
Yeah, well, it's really easy to put together, as you guys saw. And then what's nice too is it's, Santa, how much I love the white Christmas lights. Because the nose glows, then you hang it on your tree and it's like just more white lights, which I really like. But one
I
little
love
tip-
watching the elves put them together.
Oh, yeah, me too. They're super cute. One little tip I have for you guys if you're putting this together is be careful on the back when you start to glue all of this together, because a lot of those tea lights, they'll have like a little switch so you can turn them on and off because it's battery operated, right? It's not like a real flame. It's battery operated. And so a couple times when we were gluing stuff on the back, we would actually glue over that little switch. And if you do that, you're not going to be able to turn it on and off. It's going to stay on in the permanent on position, which I don't know, maybe that's not a bad thing. But that's one little tip I have for you guys if you want to do that Christmas
Good tip.
craft.
Good tip.
Good tip. Yes. Okay, we ready for story time, Santa?
I am ready.
Okay, here we go.
Turn the pages, 1, 2, 3. Story time for you and me.
All right, so Santa, we're doing something a little bit different today for story time. We have Urbie the Elf is going to be joining us. He's in a different location. Sometimes he joins us live. He's in a different location today, and he's going to read a book to us. So here's the book that Urbie is going to read. And we mentioned this off the top of today's show, but Urbie loves his reindeer, right? He calls him Reindeery. It's this little, reindeer he carries around with him. And so this is one of his favorite books. It's an elf pet book, and it's called A Reindeer Tradition. And Shonda A. Bell wrote it. It's got some great visuals. And without further ado, here's Urbie. Hi, Urbie.
Hi guys. Today we're gonna read Elf Pets, A Reindeer Tradition by Shonda A. Bell. Elf Pets, A Reindeer Tradition by Shonda A. Bell. Well, the moon gently cast a bright bluish glow, and the forest was wrapped in a new fallen snow. The animals gathered to see for themselves. They'd take off and landing as soon as scout elves. Each elf on the shelf and its red and white suit, leaped and spun around with each trumpeter's toot. And drumbeats resounded with a rat-tat-tat. White elves in the air flew this way and that. All creatures and critters, no matter their size, marveled at what they'd just seen with their eyes. They all seemed to know how special it is to work for Kris Kringle and hang out with kids. The animals turned to the stable nearby. A crash could be heard in a faint little cry. Out the door, they all tumbled like a dice in a game. 'Twas the nine mighty reindeer, each known by his name. Above all their heads, the sleigh flew through the air. They then landed kerplunk right next to a bear. Santa turned to his side, shook his head with regret. Let's try this again. We can't give up yet. They all stood in silence. The animals did too. The sleigh was not flying. What could they do? The reindeer tried harder. The elves' eyes grew round. But the sleigh did not budge, not an inch off the ground. Christmas spirits need to make the sleigh soar, Santa said with a sadness they had not heard before. In the blink of an eye, the sleigh lifted midair. Some believed Santa noted with care. It lasted a moment, then back to the ground. Thump, the sleigh hit. The elves glanced around. Santa looked to the ceiling. Right through the door stood thousands of reindeer pawing the floor. And there's all else. At once they stepped forward, as if to say, Santa, choose us to help pull the sleigh. Santa chuckled and said, my friendly elf pets, this would be a task as big as it gets. The scouts then shouted, don't count them out. They're kind like us, but we have no doubt. The kids will adopt them and give them a name. They'll treat them like us, one and the same. Santa listened to stories the scout elf recounted. All the moments of faith, hope, and love they encountered. While out on an assignment, the big and the small proved the spirit of Christmas was alive after all. Perhaps with more reindeer and faith that is true, we build Christmas magic to help the sleigh through the dangers that often stand in the way of delivering presents for Christmas Day. Santa turned to the reindeer and stretched out his arm. In his palm, he revealed a tiny heart charm. The hope of all children who believe in their heart, and the magic of Christmas will make my sleigh start. Wear this charm proudly for people to see. It should serve to remind you their missions for me. Let them hold you and love you as much as they can. It's hold your magic, do you understand? You see, it's not fragile, not like an elf. Your gold's not the same to watch from a shelf. Your job is to snuggle and nestle up tight, to store up the wonder that makes me take flight. And there's the little reindeer yawning. The night before Christmas, once sleep has come, the sleigh will approach you and will become a fully grown reindeer, brilliant and grand, while magic will suffer like wind-blown sand. You'll say your goodbyes, then you'll leap for the door. With love from your heart, you'll lift off the floor. Up through the air, you'll sail on your tour, happy for time spent with each girl and boy. Or boy and girl, sorry. We'll meet on the roof and you'll take your place as part of the team that makes my sleigh race. Over the rooftops and high above mountains, crossing the rivers, we'll dance over fountains. My sleigh will bring you joy on Christmas Eve, thanks to each reindeer and kids who believe. And I think that's it. And there's also a bit on the back cover. His antlers, his eyes, and his little tail.
I love it. Never get between an elf and his reindeer. That's all I have to say.
That's right.
So there you
That's
go.
right. That
There's
was
the
cute. That was really cute.
there's the book, guys. Again, it's called Elf Pets, a Reindeer Tradition. And yeah, it's Urbie the Elf's one of his favorites. And so I said, Urbie, what book do you want to read today? And he picked out this one. So you know it's a good one, but
Oh yeah,
definitely
yeah.
about reindeer.
Urbie's a real good reader too.
Yes, yes, he is. Okay, Santa, are you ready to wrap this up? I know we made a joke about this earlier, right? It's your favorite music, rap music. Wiki, wiki, wiki.
Oh yeah, right. Is that what we're doing? Rap? We're doing
We're
rapping
wrapping
today?
things up. We're wrapping up our show today, Santa. We did some
I don't
fun
think that.
things.
I don't
Go
think that
ahead.
was my punchline. That wasn't my punchline.
That was, well, no, it was about rap music. I just kind of
Oh, it
took
was
it.
rapping.
Yeah,
Okay.
rap music. Yeah,
You took it a step further.
I did. It's still stuck in my head. It's never going to leave. The Santa jokes. All right. Well, we had some fun today, guys. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh, we started the show with acts of kindness. So, different things you guys can do just to put a smile on someone's face. Again, gifts don't have to cost money. That's the main thing Santa and I want to remind you is that there's nice things you can
Yes.
do. It doesn't have to be about money, right? So hopefully
Doesn't
you
have
guys,
to be about presents or anything else.
yep,
It can be
absolutely.
joy and love. Those are biggies.
That's right. And we had our meet and greet. So we still have opportunities if you guys want to come on the show and chat with Santa and I. We have, well, let's see, after today's show, Santa, we have 5 more live shows of Christmasful before Christmas. Oh, 5 more. So if you guys are watching,
It's getting close. It's getting close.
it is. So if you guys are watching and you're like, oh, I want to go on the show with Sunny and Santa, well, all you have to do is go to our website. In fact, I think I can pull it up here. If you go to our website, which is christmasful.com, there is a section. If you go to the video section, you can watch previous videos of Christmasful, but there's a form that you would need to fill out. And well, if you can't do it, have your mom and dad do it for you. You do need to have their permission. And then you guys can come on the show and we can chat with you. There's no fees or anything like that. The one thing I like to remind everyone of is here at the North Pole, kindness is the currency, right? That's why we have a segment, Acts of Kindness. So we don't charge for any of our services. We just want to pass along a little of the North Pole vibe to you guys, right, Santa?
That's right.
All
Love,
right.
hope, and peace.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I want to remind you guys of our show and how you can make sure you never miss another episode, right? So there are a couple different ways. On Facebook, we have those reminders. Let me go ahead and hide that. There you go. Now you can see the screen better. On Facebook, we have those reminders. Just click the reminder button. And then on YouTube, you can subscribe to us. So that's one way that you can do that. And then also, don't forget, we do have our podcast, Millennial Santa. So if you want to get more of Santa and I, if Christmasful just isn't enough for you guys, these episodes are daily. And we release them daily through Christmas. You guys can subscribe to that on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And one other thing that I wanted to mention, everyone, if you want to just follow us online, so we are on social media, and of course, you want your parents' permission before you do any of this, but we are on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, so you can follow us on any of those sites. All right, Santa, you ready to send us out?
I do. I am. It's been a good show today, Sonny. And I want everybody out there to remember, please keep the spirit of Christmas in your hearts throughout the year. Thank you.
It was fun spending today with you, boys and girls. We will see you back here on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.